Variations on a theme we're talking about. You get paid to do what? And even when jobs are hard to come by, there are still lots of ways to make a living. These fortune cookies, right here, there's some massive ones and then there's some smaller ones like this. They're made by a company called LadyFortunes.com. Daria Artem started that company when she was just 24. Roll it.
I came up with the idea to open Lady Fortunes. We were at a Chinese restaurant where my friends threw me a birthday party. And one of my friends suggested, oh, Daria, you should make a fortune cookie the size of a cake. So I started making giant fortune cookies. Pretty soon, people started placing orders. And it got to a point where I had to really make a decision. What did I want to do? I had always loved being a writer. I always loved, reading. Books were my best friends when I was growing up. And I would just sit there and brainstorm and just figure out what kind of message would I want to get in a cookie if I was looking for this theme. For me, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a business owner, entrepreneur. It's kind of difficult to wear all those hats at one time sometimes, but you really have to learn to get a fine balance in between all the things that you do in your day. And I think that was one of my biggest motivators and one of the reasons that I've become a successful business. My cookies have been at the White House, the Library of Congress, major department stores, and the company keeps growing. I think with a great positive attitude and a little bit of fortune, you can make your dreams come true.
Welcome, Daria. So, little company she started making fortune cookies. Would it shock you to know that last year they grossed $4.5 million? Nice job.
Thank you.
So, was this born out of necessity? Was it a dream?
Well, I've had very humble beginnings. I was a little girl that grew up on welfare. And, I remember growing up with very little. My parents did the best they could do for us. But I really kind of set goals for myself at a very early age because I wanted to make sure that I never had to struggle and I never had to have my kids struggle the way I did.
One of the things that our producers told me is that you even worked through labor.
Yeah, I actually had my very first baby. The nurses were screaming at my husband because I was in labor for about 12 hours. And I had a laptop. And, I'm on the table. I've got the belly. You don't even need a table. I put the laptop on my belly, and I'm working, writing emails, talking to customers. And, what else am I going to do?
Is it risky to take on something like this? I mean, now it's successful. It's easy to say, oh, I should do that. When you first started, was there a sense of risk?
Oh, absolutely. Embarking on any adventure in your life, it's definitely something that comes with a great deal of risk, and uncertainty. But, sometimes you just have to, go with your gut, just go with your instincts, and just take the bull by the horns. And, that's what I did.
Mike, is this a common trait? Here's a woman who stood up and said, I'll take the risk, and now it's a multi-million-dollar company.
No, it's awesome. Three things. First of all, your posture's perfect.
Thank you.
Secondly, these are not sex toys. But mostly, you know what? People go crazy trying to come up with a new idea. And, you and I were talking earlier, there really is almost no such thing as a new idea. The idea is figure out how to take an old idea and make it look new. All right, so you took these tiny little fortune cookies and you did this thing. And now all of a sudden people are looking at you, and I guarantee you 90% of the people in here are going, crap, man, why didn't I do that?
But the point is, they can.
That's right.
There's no end in fortune cookie companies or candle making or anything
That's right,
else.
But it's not a new idea. It's a better mousetrap, and that's where the money is.
I heard that you come up with all the fortunes that you put in here.
Oh, yes. That's actually one of the things that, that I do in my job. I'm a fortune cookie writer. And, it's a great responsibility because I always have to think about what,
opening it up.
And you have to make sure that the fortune not only is a good fortune, but that it also speaks to the person that opens it.
Is there a fortune in here?
There is.
All right, may I?
Of course.
Crack it open. The best part. All right.
I wonder what it says.
You will say yes to adventure. Daria, thank you very much. Bring them out. Fortune cookies for everybody. Daria, congratulations on what you built. All right, check out this website. It's called Fiverr.